welcome to Some Would Say I'm Genital.
Psychedelic M.
We're here live on a recording. Getting excited.
It's not live.
Congratulations, you're listening to the very first live broadcast of Some Would Say.
It's recorded.
It might be live, though.
It's not.
Well, I
probably have the bandwidth to do it, but
I think that depends on your definition of live.
I gotta have the ability to cut this. It has to be edited.
It's live in the sense that it was recorded at a different time.
Previously, what is it, recorded?
Previously recorded.
Previously recorded.
It's not actually live. Don't get pissed off at us.
Alright. That's kind of go through.
Alright, talk about something while I'm posting this picture to Instagram.
What are you posting?
Picture of our brand new microphone.
Alright, so did you see that thing, the guy convicted as the Party Monster, or the guy the Party Monster movie was based on, is out? He's out of jail. I
never saw Party Monster.
I didn't see it either. It had Macaulay Culkin in it.
I assumed you were talking about Macaulay Culkin when you started. I was like, he's out?
No,
I thought you meant like gay. I was
no,
like,
the guy.
No!
The real life guy that the movie's based on.
I didn't know it was a real life movie.
Apparently it is.
Wow.
Anyway, he was an Indiana transplant living in New York. So he was from Indiana.
What did he do? Like, why was he in jail?
He was like big in the club scene. And apparently, doing the drugs and all that jazz, and ended up chopping up his drug dealer and like throwing his body out in the river or something. It was wild. I guess it was a big deal.
Or in New York?
In New York.
Okay.
But it was like a big deal.
Damn, I wonder what he did here.
17 years ago or whatever.
Surely he did some weird shit here.
I knew a person who was related to him.
Did you?
I did at one time. And
was
I
it
remember
a person
her telling me
that was
about
related
that.
To you?
No.
Okay.
But I remember her telling me about, like, saying somebody in her family was the person they based that movie off of. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see that movie. I felt like if I had seen the movie, I'd be like, oh my God, really? But since I hadn't seen the movie and still haven't, I was just like, that's cool. So he killed somebody, huh?
It's one of those movies that I have on my Netflix queue.
Seriously.
But I just decide to watch another episode of Arrested Development. For
it seems like it would be depressing a bit. I don't know though.
I kind of like depressing movies though. I'm kind of a downer.
I don't like those silly ass, it's bullshit.
Well, sometimes they mix the depressing movie in with like a rom-com, and that's kind of frustrating.
Rom-com.
But depressing movies are where it's at. Depressing songs are good.
I like a good situational comedy.
I love that I know I was present for the moment that you figured out situational comedy meant sitcom.
I don't doubt it.
I was there for that moment, and I remember
I believe it was
face.
An epiphany.
It was. It was the face of an epiphany. It was perfect. Probably the most lovely your face has ever looked. Because you don't get many epiphanies.
What? Hey, I get them all the time, though. I'm all the time solving the world's problems and not sharing.
That's a shame. I think the world could use a more psychedelic M. Psychedelic M.
It's getting it in stereo, too. My phone was only ever recording one mono track.
Oh,
This is probably going to be so much better.
So, tell me about the new microphone. What do we got here?
It's a 5-pound microphone.
Not to mention, it is absolutely stunning and phallic.
It is very phallic.
It is very phallic, as most things that you do.
Well, most microphones will be phallic, I think.
Well, most things that you buy are phallic.
Yeah. It's a very male influence on the world. It's awesome.
It is. I have a necklace with a microphone that looks like that on it, but everybody thinks it's a cheese grater, so I quit buying it. Yeti?
It's called a Yeti.
Yeti microphone.
Yeah, it's a Yeti.
Yeti, if you're listening,
they got a little dude.
Beyond pleased with your product, and we'd like to buy more.
No, not yet though.
Maybe not buy, but if you want to send us some shit, feel free.
It was kind of expensive.
Dang, really?
Not like it was reasonable. There are really cheap ones out there, and I was worried that buy cheap stuff, you're gonna get cheap stuff.
Well, that's usually the rule for buying anything.
So anyway, bees.
They're dying, dude.
So people tell me, but I still see a shit ton of them.
See, I don't anymore.
You're not looking.
No,
Pay attention.
I am looking.
I mowed my lawn.
I am scared that I'm allergic.
Sunday, and I had to fight like 6 bees. Bumblebees, giant
fight
ones,
them?
yes. Like with katanas and everything.
You have katanas?
I do have one. It's a decoration purpose only.
How does it work on your bees?
It doesn't. I don't want to get dirty.
Seems like it would slice right through those fuckers.
It's like a Sesshomaru replica sword.
If I wasn't anti-killing organisms like that...
You know what? Fuck the bees.
No, fuck them.
We could get along without them just fine.
What?
Did you know?
I don't hear that research.
Here's an interesting tidbit. Honey is bee puke. Honey is bee puke. I looked it up. It's bee puke.
Isn't everything puke or shit though?
No.
I mean, soil. If we're going,
we don't eat soil, crazy person.
No, but we eat shit that comes out of the soil.
Yeah, we wash it off. You're supposed to wash your food,
honey.
Jenna. You're supposed to wash your food.
Not if you just get it right out of the
grass. Especially if you get it out of the grass. You know what's in the ground?
I found a perfectly
pollution,
beautiful slice of Brooklyn-style pizza in the grass the other day, and it was fucking perfect. It was fine. And I'm fine.
Wash it off.
Nothing. I didn't need to wash it off. It came from nature.
I support washing it off, is all I'm saying.
I hope for the viewers / listeners that just tuned in.
Viewers.
They think that we are talking about a penis. I hope that.
We were clearly talking about food.
I am pro wash it off. Not if they had just tuned
I'm against
in
washing that off.
Oh, that's just another piece of the psychedelic puzzle.
There are other insects and birds that pollinate. It's not just bees. Bees aren't the only pollinators.
No, I think, but they're like, a pretty big chunk. We really should look up numbers before we start talking.
They're They're the most important pollinator, quotes. But the flies can take their place.
I really hope we got the isosceles snore.
Definitely, probably got that.
On the new mic.
It's
from Yeti.
It's almost a damn guarantee.
You know how many times I'm going to work in the word Yeti into this conversation?
Don't do that.
Yeti Electronics. Just so you know that you can guarantee.
This is our first time using it. It could crap out at any time.
For no less than 3 people to your product. 5. Your parents listen now.
Yes.
Hey guys. Shout out. Happy Mother's Day. Since this is live, you'll be able to hear that early. But just in case you're listening later, happy late Mother's Day.
I should look into doing it live. No, that's a bad idea. That's a little
scary. I'm a little...
That's a terrible idea. I'm going to have to cut that.
I mean... I'm a loose cannon. I'm a loose cannon.
So on that party monster thing, so the dude kills his drug dealer, and apparently it's polarizing because people are like, I don't feel so bad for a drug dealer.
Oh, no.
Criminals know what they're getting into when they're into crime.
That is directly related to the botched execution. I mean, people don't give a shit if a rapist and murderer is suffering for 45 minutes.
To be clear, I'm saying I also do not give a shit. if a rapist or murderer is suffering for 45 minutes.
I figured you didn't, because you don't.
Or really... about the other thing I said, which was criminals getting murdered. I don't mind it at all.
For some reason, I actually do care about like life a little bit. You don't so much.
You know what you're getting into when you're a criminal. You know what you're getting into.
Yeah, but you're not.
You know definitely that people are going to hate you, and that
first of all, capital punishment is like not a deterrent, and been proven not to be a deterrent.
I'm still
crime.
for it. I understand that it's not a deterrent.
Okay, I get it. You just think those people shouldn't be alive.
It does, in fact, deter me.
Gotcha.
So.
That's the reason you don't kill people?
Yes.
That's awesome.
We still have capital punishment in this state, I believe.
I know exactly who I'm going to call if I ever get super pissed off at something. Actually, though, really, I mean, I've thought about killing someone before, and maybe have planned it out a couple times, but obviously never gone through with it. But I think if I needed help, I totally would call you. Like, if I actually was going to commit homicide.
And I would of course, reject your offer to help with a homicide, because that is illegal. And they put you to death.
This is off the record.
For premeditated homicides.
Everything's premeditated, Matt.
It's like heat of the moment killings. Accidental killings. Those are fun.
Accidental killings are
Accidental
fun.
killings,
Do you think accidental killers should live?
Yes. But be raped in prison. Gotta be more careful, man.
Gotta be more careful.
Yeah.
What about juveniles? Juveniles.
Not raped in prison. But hold them somewhere.
For a while.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because there's like toddlers that like shoot people in the face.
Which is kind of cute.
Nothing is more precious than a toddler with a gun.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm pretty anti-gun. We probably don't. I don't want to talk about that. Okay. That's a pretty big thing that people get pissed off about when I bring up. So not you, but
so I was telling
viewers/listeners.
Viewers.
Not so I give a shit.
I was telling you about Ghost in the Shell a while back.
I think that you've made me watch it a couple times actually, because it's one of your favorite animes, right?
I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
And the movie that originates it, well, the manga that originates it, the movie that originates it, the series, which both seasons are excellent, the series movie, which is excellent, and now they've made prequels, and there's 2 out so far, called Ghost in the Shell Rise, where it's before she puts her team together.
It's a girl?
Yeah, the Major's a girl.
I thought it was a dude. Does
that
she
picture
look a
in my
little
room in there.
ambiguous?
I got 2 pictures. That's her.
What's the one I'm thinking of? That's like super dark.
There's lots that are super dark. That
I really enjoy. Well, this was when we were watching anime together.
I don't know.
But no, I know what you're talking about now, and she's totally hot.
But anyway, so Ghost in the Shell, they're showing it in theaters. Those 2 episodes, they're like 50-minute episodes, so they're like OVAs, not necessarily episodes. But 2 of them are out, and they're showing both of them in theaters, and only select theaters using this thing called Tug, which is where you set up events and host them at a movie theater. But you have to have a certain number of people sign up.
Wait.
And get tickets before it actually happens.
It's called Tug?
Yeah, I know. It's probably a terrible choice.
No, it's an amazing choice. I'm pro Tug.
So the nearest one to me is in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, who the fuck wants to go to Columbus?
I want to see it in the theater.
Oh, well, no, I get it.
And plus, they're giving away a limited edition,
anyway.
Quote unquote.
You're just going to go and come back, right? Poster. You're not going to stay there. Right?
No, I'm not going to stay.
Okay.
But they're giving away a limited edition posters to the first 50 people at each site that sign up. But only 7 people have signed up, so we still need 53 more to sign up because you got to get to 60 at the Columbus site.
Are you trying to con me into the
No.
Okay,
no.
All right, you're spreading.
But maybe our listeners are interested in Funimation presenting Ghost in the Shell Rise in theater at Columbus, Ohio. Go to the Funimation website for more information. get some tickets. It's only a 3-hour
Maybe
drive,
we could post something on somewouldSay.com too for the viewers/listeners, so they easy access.
Well, when you're right, people. I'll put that up on the blog.
Yeah.
SomewouldSay.com.
Do we have a blog?
Well, yeah, that's where the episodes are released. That's where the episodes are released. That feeds into the RSS feed, which then people can enter into their podcast catcher of choice to subscribe to our feed and download our episodes.
We are now on iTunes.
We are on iTunes as well now.
That is exciting. And we are free.
Definitely, yeah, that's I guess an important distinction to make.
iTunes has been trying to get us for years and years now, and we finally reached a reasonable negotiation with them, and we've decided you all need to hear us for free.
May 29th on that Ghost in the Shell thing, by the way. Deadline to sign up is May 22nd, so get on it if you want to go, because if by May 22nd there's not 60 people going to that showing in Columbus, it ain't happening, so...
Now's a really good time to bring up Yeti Electronics. Look at that box, though. That is pretty cute. It's got a whole bunch of little Yeti cartoons on there.
Yeah, it's got
is that correct?
Yeah, basically.
One's playing a guitar.
It's showing off the different modes.
Oh, that's fucking adorable. Oh.
It's a very nice box. I'll say that much.
You know what's fun?
You would think we've been sponsored, but we have...
We are pro-sponsorship, though.
It's a very nice box.
It is a very cute box. I like that.
That texture is great. I love when they make boxes out of that. Lots of people do, but I love it when they do.
I don't know. Is this a responsible box? It seems like one of those boxes that would be...
Open it up. You don't think it offers much protection. Another box. Whoa,
didn't see that coming.
Oh. For the listeners, another box is inside the box.
And a crap ton of cardboard and some styrofoam.
And form-fitting styrofoam protected my wonderful microphone on its way to me.
This is custom styrofoam. This only comes with the ultimate USB microphone.
By
Yeti.
Does it say? No.
From the Blue Corporation. Okay, it defines Yeti. Oh, okay. I thought it only defined Yeti in a different language, and I was like, what the fuck? But it also defines it in English. Just
the instruction manual is bilingual.
Yeti, noun. Legendary ape-like creature who roams the Himalayas. Well, that's weird because I know a fuck ton of people on the Learning Channel that have said they've seen Yetis. I think there's a whole series dedicated to it.
To Yetis or Bigfoot?
Aren't they one and the same?
They're not.
Oh, they should put that on this box.
The Yeti roams the Himalayas.
Do not confuse Yeti with Bigfoot / Sasquatch. Oh, the second definition is...
Yeah, the Himalayas are in Asia, and Bigfoot's in America.
I thought they were the same, just different.
They're not.
I didn't realize that Yeti was...
I'm here to help.
And so helpful you are, Yeti of Blue Corporation, with the ultimate USB.
Your friend has asked you what you are doing a podcast on.
Why don't you tell her?
Oh, we're doing this on mic. Do you have a Craigslist Creeper?
I do. Only this week, or this time interval, it's not a so much as it is a creep, but he's a dick. And reading it, I kind of thought maybe you had written it. Because you're like a fucking dick. And this is what a fucking dick would write. Give me a moment to find it. Okay. This was in the misconnections category on Craigslist for Indianapolis. Okay.
I was answering.
It's called... I know. It's called Take a Boat to That. Belt. Take a belt to that.
Okay, well, take a belt to that.
Male for women.
Oh, my.
And the location is the track. Okay.
Misconnection. Go.
And just so you know, when I read this, I thought it sounded like Tavis Smiley, only ghetto.
Like who?
Tavis Smiley. He's got a show on NPR and like a radio show for...
Here's the thing. Nobody listens to NPR.
Okay. Well, he just sounds... in my head, he sounds like a pimp. But everything is grammatically correct, and the pronunciation and... Or not the pronunciation, but like the... he writes like he's been educated. Like, not like most pimps.
At least past kindergarten.
I'm saying he got the public education that I did.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Hey, you're about to send your children there.
You think so?
Oh, you're gonna... Oh, don't send them to Catholic school, you piece of shit. All right.
Best place for children.
This subject is take a belt to that. Male for multiple women.
Multiple women. All right.
Smart mouth ass, once a month bleeding, funky attitude having black bitch. Yeah, daddy dick down, parenthesis 3D, has come to set the record straight on rebellious black bitches who need direct instruction. Fuck the dumb shit. If she's with me, then the bitch better do as she is told or suffer the consequences. Guerrilla style macking over here in this part of town. The backhand is on a hair trigger, so keep an eye on your mouth when you're in my presence.
Hair trigger.
Yes, this is the way of nature. Eve was the first to sin, the first rebellious human being on earth, also the first woman. Adam should have took a belt to her. I bet she wouldn't have...
Where does he get the belt?
I don't know. I bet she wouldn't have taken her hard-headed ass around that tree then. Present day, what do you see? The same rebellious Babylonian acting as females like ancient times. Wearing fake dicks, going both ways, man-haters selling their flesh for money without the guidance of a father figure, or just absolutely profligate? Is that a word?
I don't know. I'm not seeing what you're saying.
It looks like profligate. Licentious and dissolute. Not here, though. Not on my watch, bitch. You don't have to be with Daddy. You can leave freely. But damn it.
This is gold.
If you're with me, you better do what the fuck I say when I say it, or punishment shall ensue. Daddy dick down. The mixed black with 10 inches of mac has spoken. A bitch is only good when she got her great game from me. Chutch.
What's chutch?
I think it's something rappers say when they've like skeeted. Like when
I feel like it's not
chutch. I've heard like little someone.
Is he saying church?
No, like chutch. Like it's like
I think he's saying church. Preach.
Oh. Okay, that kind of makes sense. But this guy, I've actually seen this person post 100 times. He thinks he is podcasting on Craigslist. He is doing the preach thing. He'll say in some of his posts like, and now it's time for Daddy Dick Double Down, giving you one more lesson on realness, or whatever the fuck his name is. He posts them like all the time. We
Digital
should
pimpin'.
get him to be a guest.
That sounds terrifying. It's a real person. Not a character.
It's not you, though?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it would
but
be...
imagine all of that.
It would be great if
like,
that's a character
that's gotta be
that a person's portraying.
I mean, every single word was spelled correctly. He used big words.
Which makes it sound like a very hilarious joke.
Right, which is
It's
why
hilarious.
I think it might be you.
No.
Surely this guy isn't like a real human. I wonder if any of his lessons are helping people, though. I wonder if the bleeding ass black bitches are you know,
Bleeding ass.
funky, like actually learning from this? I mean, or have they gotten the belt? Like, which one? Are they improving or are they receiving the
belt.
leather? Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. Adam and Eve were naked before Eve sinned. So what belt was he going to put to her to keep her from sinning?
There's lots of stuff around he could have whipped her with.
He could have whipped her, yes, but the belt he wasn't wearing.
Put the belt to her is what the man said. Put the belt to her.
He wants Adam to have sinned first and put on pants and a belt, and then kept Eve from sinning.
Here's the real
Chutch.
thing, though, is ski. That's what I thought it was.
I listened to a bit of rap, and I don't think I've heard church except for like church.
I think it's one of those little people that
like when they say church, like they just took.
It might
church
be. I think it's the what are the people that the Nicki Minaj person is in, and the
like Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
He's terrible though.
Oh no, he is awful. But he
I don't listen to his...
like, does this little fucking retarded ass giggle thing and then says church. Like, it's like a church or something. It's like...
Lil Wayne's unbearable.
No, I don't... No, it's not rap. Also, he looks ridiculous.
Jay-Z, that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Others.
I don't need you to name the rest of them because I won't like some of them and then we'll have some problems.
DMX.
I think you look good in your hat.
It's a good hat.
Am I rocking this hat?
Yeah. Very Western.
Ugh. You piece of shit.
So, like, DNA sequencing is a thing.
Yeah.
So, like, for...
Oh my god, do you know that you can buy that? Like, you can have someone map your DNA for you?
Yeah. For like $99.
Oh, I thought it was like $1,000.
Oh no, $99.
Oh my god, I want to do that.
And they can figure out what geographic location you're from, like your ancestry is from.
They will
like,
get
to
your
the
full blown
tribe.
percentage. Every fucking person thinks that they're native. Everyone is like they came over here and just started raping people. Like we all have Indian in us. Every single one of us.
Yeah.
I had racist family members that are Indian and that fucked Indians and the blacks. I would love it though if I found out that I had some black in me. I would just
you
get automatic cool points.
That's what I'm saying. Like
you
here's the thing,
you are born cool if you have black in you. You just are.
As far as I can figure, it's English, German, a little bit of Irish, maybe. No one seems to know for sure. So it's just as easy for $100 to send out DNA sample, which I hear is an awful lot of saliva. So, I don't know. Seems
probably
like
not as much as you can catch AIDS with, though.
They take it, sequence it, send you back a report. They used to do a report on health.
Yeah, that would be good to know.
FDA stopped them from doing that, so you can't do that. So why?
No, people can find out if they're genetically predisposed to disease and stuff. That you can do that.
Yeah, no.
Are you about to explain? Is that why I'm okay?
No.
Okay. All right, then I'm just gonna shut
on
up.
their website. Even they're like the FDA says we can't do that anymore, but
we're gonna.
No, so,
No, people do that. People do that. Do you want to know if you're gonna get
just geographic
Lou Gehrig's disease? Yeah, I fucking want to know.
And information that will be available. And a wealth of information that can be used for other tests. So, they map the shit and send it back to you, and they're like, here's the results. We can't tell you, about it, apparently, but...
Oh, those people
maybe you
probably
can run
can't
it
do that,
else
but you can do that elsewhere.
With that info that they get from your saliva.
For $99.
Yeah, 23andme.com.
Do you remember? We have been alive since they, couldn't do that.
I feel like we've got sponsors, but it's wild. Yeah.
I can't, but I mean...
Yeah.
I wish I would remember the day I wish I could remember that day. It's been pretty recent, within the last 10 or 15 years, right?
Yeah.
That they've been able to sequence the DNA.
I think so.
Or whatever it's called.
They get
Jurassic
better at
Park
it all the
had
time,
you
man.
believing that they've been doing it for years, though.
They probably have been, though, recreating dinosaurs in the Antarctic.
Only if we're lucky.
No one goes there.
Well, no, it's fucking... Dinosaurs don't go there. Freezing.
So that dude kidnapped 300 girls.
Yeah. Well, no, not that dude. The militia of...
How big's this militia?
I don't know. I don't know that. I don't remember what it's called.
Somehow
It's
300
Brahim
girls.
or something.
Is it just girls?
Yeah, from a girls' boarding school.
Oh, okay.
They just went into the dorms and just said... They also... I don't know how they got this information, but they said they told them that they were going to be okay for a second to move them out, or I don't know, but shit goes down there all the time. How you know? Like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to this adult with a gun. Like,
yeah.
Well, my parents are hundreds of miles away, so that I can, not be impoverished. Wherever the hell they are, Africa's fucking huge.
Okay.
How's this Nigeria?
It's kind of wild.
Africa's update. Africa is fucking crazy.
So, did they ever find that damn plane?
No. Do you still not care?
I still don't care.
Me either. How you feel about that Coney character?
Well, that's a blast from the past, ain't it?
That is. Takes me back.
I never followed that story to the end.
He's probably involved with this. Like the
filmmaker that made the documentary was dancing around naked in the street. So I mean, high on ecstasy. It's like, okay, so what's going on?
In what world is a documentary filmmaker not doing ecstasy though? Like,
this one.
Who the fuck thinks that that's not something people that make movies do?
Because they don't.
Yeah, they do.
They don't.
Yeah, they do.
They don't.
They do. I fucking bought it though. I was into it. Like, I was like, yeah,
For the Coney
child
thing?
armies. Yeah,
Wow.
Like when it first came out, I was like, and then like a week later, the guy went nuts, and I was like, what the shit?
I think the whole thing was.
It's still a really big message though. It's really important. Like those fucking. Oh, I keep forgetting I have a hat on. Actually, that was the first time I forgot I had a hat on. I don't know why I said I keep forgetting. Probably because I often forget.
Often
forget.
Coney. What was that, 2012?
Yeah, I think that's what they were like. Let's get Coney by the end of 2012.
Sanity.
Fucking update on Russia and Ukraine. They're still crazy. They're still nuts.
Yeah, I'm losing interest in that story too. I gotta tell you, what's happening? I don't know.
Well, basically, they just,
Putin's like, bitch, I'm taking
what I take. I do what I do.
I'm taking it. And they're like, yeah, we'll go. And then the others are like, no, we're not doing that. Stay back.
And
the
then
US
we're
is
like, hey, we're
that.
gonna quit giving you so much money with all of our stuff over here. And that's gonna seem really important because we can't get in a war with you. Ukraine, I'm sorry, you're just not that important. You're not sitting on enough oil. We'll get to you later, buddy. You sit tight. We'll be there in a minute.
I think we probably shouldn't get involved.
Duh! It's fucking Russia!
Well, not because it's Russia, just
no, because
in
it's
general.
Russia. It's Russia.
Which is just isolationist policy.
Not
That's
to
the
mention
thing that works. Let the rest of the world burn. We've got oceans between us and them.
There's actual reasons, though, that, most people don't get behind that reason.
Let's conquer our continent.
That we should just be, because, being an American is definitely a double-edged sword. You butt your nose into everything, but everybody wants you to butt your nose into everything, too.
Yeah, but you know what? We need to cut them off. They gotta learn to stand on their own 2 feet.
I think they're cutting off feet.
So that we can crumble on our own over here.
Oh, we're doing a fine job of it.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Policy.
I agree. Like, we shouldn't really be helping that many people like that anyway. We not to start a war, but also there's just the simple fact that we can't go to war with Russia. They're crazy. Not to mention Russians are oftentimes crazy too.
See, I think that's not true though.
They're a little too okay with child prostitution and sex slavery for me. And also they've been oppressed for a really long time. They have reached full-blown we don't give a shit anymore. They'll cut people. They are the Mexicans of the Eastern Hemisphere.
Oh, shit.
Oppression makes people nuts.
It's scary down there in Mexico. People losing their heads.
See, that's why I get mad when people are...
What is
for
happening?
some reason, have you ever noticed, and maybe this is just, I noticed being in customer service, because I, when I was doing
all
hair...
that shit when you legalize everything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We can talk about that in a second. I'm on a totally different thread. I'm talking about white people thinking it's okay to talk shit to other white people about Mexicans.
Well, it's okay to talk shit about white people.
Well, yeah, because we're the worst. but the other white people think it's okay to share with me their hatred of Mexicans. They think because I'm white that I share their same sentiments.
Mexicans are awesome.
We live in Indiana.
The Mexicans
are awesome. They are great. I love them. They're great.
Awesome.
They listen to fun music. They're almost always happy. They fucking work for free. They will bring you chimichangas and tamales just for fun because they're making it. I mean, Mexicans are great. They have a decent, strong culture. I get pissed off when people hate them and think it's okay to talk shit about them because I'm white. But they always hate them for stupid ass reasons. They take our jobs and shit like that. But when it's... But Jesus Christ, they're making like fucking 30 cents a day in Mexico. Like, wouldn't you have left?
Fuck yeah.
Wouldn't you have left?
This is still the promised land.
It's better.
God bless America.
God bless shit. It's not... Mexico just fucking sucks. We're just a little bit better. We have a lot of Canadians, too. It's not...
But it's hard to tell who they are, so they're the real threat. Because they look like us.
Yeah, no, they totally do.
We gotta watch out for the Canadians. I like Canadians. They're polite people. But you gotta watch the crazy ones. They've snuck over and we don't know who they are.
We have the same amount of crazy people that Canadians do, though.
Yeah, but we flee
and
to
our
Canada
crazy people flee
relax.
to Canada. Their crazy people it's probably pretty equal.
No, it's switched though. Our crazy people take flight to Canada to chill out and not get caught and relax. Their crazy people come here to do crime.
You don't know what our people that leave here do in Canada.
I interviewed at least 50 of them for this investigative journalism.
You should have them as a guest.
No.
Along with...
They're mic shy.
Who's the guy that we said should be a guest earlier?
I know. Who was that?
I don't know. Fucking memory. That's what we'll call it.
Having Megan was on.
Having Megan was on. Yeah. Fun.
Too much liquor. Having Megan on was fun. The parts where you could hear her in the recording anyway. Yeah. We'll have to have her back again.
The funniest thing to me was you had been like, talking shit and about how she kept saying like we should have this on the podcast and shit. Like, bitch, this ain't a triplet. You ain't invited to this podcast. You are a guest. A guest.
That was pretty funny.
She was having some cute ideas and whatnot about our podcast. No, bitch, you're a guest. I love you, Megan, if you're listening, and I don't think you are.
I hope you are, though, Megan.
It is live, though,
it's
so
not.
I hope you signed in. Now available on iTunes.
And hopefully coming soon to the godforsaken wasteland of Stitcher.
What the hell is Stitcher?
It's an app that streams podcasts, and a lot of people use Stitcher.
Wine?
Yes.
In your ice?
Sure. Yeah. Stitcher streams podcasts, and I signed up to quote unquote be a partner so that they can put my podcast on their network.
Did you buy stock or something?
No, it's very silly. It's very silly. With iTunes, I just submitted my podcast and they were like, we'll let you know, and then they didn't let me know, they just published it. I was like, okay.
No, you mean they had been vetting for us for like
yes.
years.
And we finally reached a negotiation.
Reasonable.
But
we were looking out for our viewers/listeners.
I got the feed. You know, if you use the feed, you can manually subscribe to any pod-catching application you may have on your phone's
device.
And on Apple now, you can download us through iTunes, through the podcast section. And, but some people said, hey, you got to get on Stitcher. And I noticed they have a number of people that use Stitcher. I'm not a big fan.
People said Stitcher.
A couple people I know, but they got a listenership, which is very strange because I much prefer the pod-catching apps. They're really good at catching pods. You can send them to download automatically when they
I did not realize the cuteness of the words podcast until you just said pods. That was pretty cute. That podcast as a word is pretty cute. And I get it. Just in case you were wondering my views on the word podcast. It's cute.
So hopefully soon we'll be on Stitcher, which, who cares?
Well, I forgot to listen, so probably nobody. I don't remember anything you said about Stitcher. I'm sorry.
You don't need to. It's not useful information.
We really, though, have a really wonderful relationship where you do everything else and I just show up with some liquor.
That's alright, though. It's fun, you know? It's neat that we create something.
I love creating.
We are creators.
Fantastic.
It's fun to create.
I think I've been a creator for a while. I mean, I do a lot of crafts and I do a lot of physical creation. Ugh. Oh God.
No, but it's I don't. I don't often create things, which I don't often feel the need to create things. I'm not stifled.
You know what?
I just
you don't. That's interesting.
Things.
I think I am a creator. You are an appreciator of others' creations.
Yes, that's probably part of the collector mentality.
That's interesting.
Or mundane.
I collect things in threes, which I noticed the other day because I have
Let's talk about your mental health issues then.
Well, I just noticed this the other day when I was watching television. I have these little clusters in my sitting area / office / studio / craft room. Everything is old shit just in clusters of 3. Just all over this area. And I didn't notice that until the other day when I noticed something was wrong because there was only 2 of something.
Somebody had stolen your third something.
No, it broke. It was on the floor.
Oh, cats.
I don't fucking have cats. Don't you? You shut your whore mouth. That makes me think of saying you shut your whore mouth in a low voice makes me think of how shitty my voice sounds on this podcast.
Oh, yeah, you don't like your voice on the podcast.
I do not.
That's right.
I mean, do I really sound like this in real life?
I believe so,
Is that what I... Oh, no.
Make sure it's still recording. Yep, we're still going. That's good.
So, I may actually consider... Because I do a lot of impressions and stuff.
They're probably not good, right?
No, they are. They are.
Okay.
I am a decent singer. Actually, a pretty decent singer. And a decent impersonator. Go fuck yourself. I am. For the viewers / listeners. Fake God may not have given me anything physical-wise to work with. But I have a damn good singing voice. I can't talk for shit, though.
Apparently.
That's what it said. That's
what you sound like, but it's not terrible.
People have listened to me for this long. I 3 episodes in, listening to our podcast, I was like, there's no way that bitch sounds like that. And I was like, that's me. So I may actually try and, you sound like you. And actually, you sound better on the podcast than you do in real life.
I think that may be true. I suffer from having too much self-esteem.
You don't suffer at all. You... love that you have a lot of self-esteem.
It's very weird, though. It's undeserved.
Absolutely, it's undeserved. I can't believe that you just said that about
it.
yourself. Because I've never, ever even heard you, shit talk yourself, and you just did. That's a first, ladies.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but you've never done it. You don't shit talk yourself.
That's what I do.
I'm overconfident. See, I told you, super good at impressions.
No, when I was making fun of Megan for her selfie that had her without her makeup on, and it looked crazy, and I was like, "You look like me." Remember? I do make fun of myself. It's good times.
That was making fun of Megan. That is not a slam on you. That is a slam on Megan. You are such a cock. I swear to God. Told you not to take it too far, and you took it too far. That's still my friend. I still love
she's my friend too.
I know, but I'm a much better friend than you are.
You're right. Good times.
She was maybe gonna come over tonight, but she has the child and
her child.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you have children.
Yeah,
you have them.
Ugh. Don't you know it? Do you want to tell everybody?
Everybody knows.
I didn't know.
You don't fucking pay attention.
I'm talking. What do you mean?
Facebook, Twitter, anything. Fucking Instagram. It's like your internet silent. I post in one place for everyone to see, and it's like you don't see it because your internet's silent.
Which one?
You're like a ghost. How do you stay off the internet? It's mind-boggling.
I smoke a lot of my pipe on my breaks at work, and then when I'm at home, I'm crafting or watching Netflix.
Well, stop being so goddamn productive.
Being so goddamn productive.
Waste your time on the internet.
That was your definition of production. Was me chain smoking a pipe and watching Netflix and crafting.
Yes.
That's production to you. I guess technically that is producing things.
It is. It's very literally production.
You know what is great about this Some Would Say podcast is that we are super good at defining things. Like verbs and nouns.
Or like the opposite of cursive.
Which is print. In case any of you were wondering.
In case you were wondering. Which hopefully you weren't, because I think that's pretty.
I think that people that aren't 3 or 4 drinks in probably would remember that print is the opposite of cursive.
I only write in print.
I myself write in a combination of print and cursive.
I, in fact, print.
You know what would be fun?
What would be fun?
If we put a little sample of our handwriting on the website, on the blog.
Like just...
Take a picture of it.
How now, brown cow?
I don't know. Dude, I'm internet silent. I just think that would be fun.
Okay.
Not fun? Is that not... I mean, I think some weird shit's fun, so you can tell me.
We could place a handwriting sample. I print everything, so it's not like my signature can be forged.
We should make it a fun sentence.
Like...
I don't know. How now, brown cow?
Was it the lazy brown fox, something or other, who cares?
Is that the sentence? Lazy brown fox, something or other.
Jumps over the small something, who knows? I don't know. Care.
I don't think that's a real one.
It's definitely a real one. Definitely a real one.
So do you want to know, like, a fun secret about me? Not so fun? Fun, embarrassing secret?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to regret it, but I'm going to say it.
Do you remember typing class when we were kids, right? Like,
yes.
Middle school.
I remember Mavis Beacon teaches typing.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
So
I went to private school.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So
I am privileged.
You are not privileged. So, to practice typing at home, because we did not have a computer, we only had a word processor. I would just type sentences about myself.
A typewriter?
No, it's a word processor. It's pretty much just like a super basic shitty ass computer that's like 2.5 feet wide, weighs about 30 pounds, and has a printer coming out the back. You can only type on it. Word processor.
In the God-given fuck.
Google it.
You poor child.
No, we were poor, yeah. So we had this word processor. You couldn't even delete on it. It was terrible.
That's a good excuse for your horrible writing.
I
couldn't delete.
That is. We were very poor. I would type things like, Jenna is the coolest person in the whole world. And I would just type fun little things about myself, like Jenna likes the color green and has the funnest people around her in the entire world. I would just type shit about myself that I wanted someone else to write. And that's how I learned. I mean, and I got up to like 140 words a minute at one point.
I did never care about typing.
I know. I've seen you type.
So I type with just my left hand.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I type 37 words per minute with my left hand.
37 is my favorite number. We've talked about
which isn't high, I know, but it is sufficient.
That's not even enough to work at Angie's List.
Don't need to work at Angie's List.
Yeah, you got a degree.
That's right.
Cheers to education.
It's just one hand. This way I can work the mouse.
I can type pretty fast with my left hand, though. I think I probably could type... Well, I couldn't type... Actually, my left hand would probably be going nuts all over the keyboard. It wouldn't know what to do. Because it only stays on the left half of the keyboard.
You'd be very confused.
I don't follow home key, but I follow my own home key.
That's very dumb.
No, it works.
Don't do that.
It's just slightly askew.
So is that where you work, Angie's List?
No.
Okay. Need a lot of typing skills where you work?
Used to. Used to do data entry for like 15 years. For like 14 years.
No, you didn't.
Milto cleaners? Yeah, I did.
Data entry?
Yeah.
Like when a customer comes in?
No.
Like every 3 hours?
No. Actually, it was 10 years, not 14 years. People would go out, get red bags of laundry from houses around the city, bring them back, and you had to type it into the inventory management system.
So like 10 minutes of work?
No, these are thousands of customers getting their laundry done every single day. Rich people get all of their laundry done every day.
They don't do that.
They do. Milto Cleaners picks up twice a week for free.
One cleaners cannot pick up that much.
Milto Cleaners can't. I'm not exaggerating right now.
It's one cleaners.
It's Milto Cleaners. They had, when I was working there, like 5 or 6 vans, 5 or 6 guys that went around to the whole city, mostly Greenwood, and picked up shit and brought it back. They cleaned it that day, delivered it 2 days later or the next day.
I don't think one cleaners could handle that volume.
You've never been in the plant?
I don't know what a plant is.
It's where they house all of the shit. Gets like 130 degrees in there.
Nuclear power.
Feels kind of like it.
This is one place?
Yeah, Milto Cleaners. It's a plant. And they have like 6 stores.
So it's not one cleaner.
I worked there for 10 goddamn years and we have been friends for half of our lives and you don't know any of this?
I don't go to Milto Cleaners.
But you are my friend and it was a huge chunk of my life. Huge.
Talk about work often?
Yeah.
Like, oh my, I was working at the Milto Cleaners today and I was entering data.
When we were hanging out, yeah. Like regularly. So. When we were watching anime 2 and 3 times a week, yeah.
No.
I worked in Miltos.
But you didn't talk about it.
I'm sure I did. You probably just didn't listen. It wasn't that... Dude, it wasn't that dark.
Super dark.
Got to watch anime with my friend. Wasn't that bad. Except for Miltos sucked.
Well, when you get bullied and put in the dryer every day, it's got to be rough.
Actually, the nice thing is it was nights, like, because you got all of the bags from the day. So my dad built this thing he called the hopper, and they would throw all of the red bags in. Well, he did work there.
Still works there.
No.
Still does, yes he does.
Does not.
He sneaks in.
Moved to Texas.
He comes back for that.
Red bag throwing?
Yes.
Once you pop, hard to stop.
Okay.
That's how the saying should go. Once you pop, it's hard to stop. That's how that...
I think the Pringles is like once you pop, you just can't stop. Something like that.
Once you pop, you just don't stop. The fun don't stop.
Is that what you think?
What would you think about a pause and a smoke?
I would think that to be a fair idea. I think we'll just mute it. Back in it.
Welcome back to Some Would Say. I'm Genital.
Psychedelic M still. It's, the audience didn't have
lose
a break.
any time at all. But we
I'm
just
gonna
enjoyed
cut out all that
some
dead space. And
pipe
so,
tobacco.
the audience didn't get to have any fun. Pipe tobacco I got from Noblesville at a pipe and cigar shop.
It comes in a very...
Plastic baggie. It is
double Ziploc.
Well, you gotta keep it fresh. That's the thing. It's really fresh up there. It's called Midnight Smoke. I like the black flavor. It's like a Black and Mild. It's very similar. It's nice.
I didn't find it like... It was much sweeter than a Black and Mild. It had some like
the Black and Mild,
clovey
pipe tobacco
elements.
taste.
Sure. Oh, no, I love a Black and Mild. That's all I smoked for years and
pipe
years.
Tobacco, it's so good.
It'll
kill you all the same, but
it is superior. Good. Absolutely.
It's much better than cigarettes.
What we talked about on the porch, that you weren't understanding my cut.
We're going to cut all this?
Thing. No, not at all. I want to know if you've made a decision or had any more thoughts or new information on if you are to circumcise your child.
I think we're going to circumcise. That's fine. It's whatever, you know.
I mean, fuck it. Little Elijah can always just stretch his shaft skin if he changes his mind.
I'm hoping for in the near future, or currently if it exists, foreskin transplant surgery.
Right.
So...
Are you willing to donate your foreskin for the cause?
I don't have any. I'm saying I want some.
I'm sure there's a little bit of skin on your dick that you could transplant. Do you think you can transplant it from your body? Oh, Deborah. No. I did not want you to hear anything I ever say on the podcast. I want you to think that I'm wonderful.
From what do they call it? The buttocks? I think they could probably cut some skin off there.
Yeah, you definitely have some skin there.
Plenty to spare.
Plenty. Maybe they could take it
Maybe
from
that's
your
the
nose.
next big plastic surgery craze is...
foreskin transplantation.
Well, uncircumcision, maybe they call it.
Reverse circumcision is what they would call it, I'm
I don't
sure.
know if it would be reverse. Well, maybe.
It's absolutely reverse circumcision.
But you have to have been circumcised first. I guess you could do it
Well,
either
nobody
way.
that hasn't been circumcised is trying to look for foreskin. They already got it.
They might, though, if it were available.
Extra foreskin?
Yeah. As a surgery. People are crazy. They're doing all sorts of nutty stuff to themselves.
Extra foreskin.
Messing with their chins. Some people even messing with their bone structure. Plastic surgery style.
I understand
So why not put on some extra foreskin?
There's not a human alive.
That's $1 million idea.
Is it?
Anyone that wants to take it. It's free. I donate that nugget of wisdom.
I can't believe you just called that brilliant idea free. Attach it to some future sponsor, if you will.
Future sponsor. Somebody that's plastic surgery, perhaps. If you work at a plastic surgeon's office and consider a advertising opportunity, we are cheap.
It is a podcast, though, so you can't really, see results.
That is true.
Did we decide on a sentence for
our
handwriting? What about, since my sentence that I use for typing always was, Jenna is the coolest person ever. I've been waiting 15 years for you to write that.
Write it. Even you writing it should get picked up. That's how delightful this microphone is.
All right, are we ready for this jelly?
Go for it.
Oh.
Oh,
my
Jesus
God,
Christ.
you still using a goddamn Pentel RSVP? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's awesome.
God,
it's
get
not even
with the fucking time.
Hey, man, what am I, made of pens? Alright, now I'm gonna write. Jenna is the coolest person alive. Okay.
Psychedelic M is writing. Shittiest pen ever made, I swear to fucking God. Kidding me? Pentel fucking RSVP.
Oh, man.
Jenna is the non-coolest person. Dead?
Dead.
Do you know that you spelled dead
D-E-D? No, brilliant.
All right, so this is going to be... We're going to post this as a GIF.
No, we're not doing that.
As a JPEG.
Yes, we can do that.
Probably don't say JPEG. Probably JPEG.
JPEG.
JPEG. On the somewouldSay.com blog.
We'll do that.
We would like to know, viewers, listeners, do you prefer cursive or print? Or do you have a little medley like I do?
Print.
I don't think I meant medley, but, you know, some kind of combination of things.
Mixture of sorts. Is that going to do it?
I don't know. Do you think this has been a successful podcast?
I think so.
Some would say.
Some would say it was a successful podcast. Thanks for tuning in.